I'm here, I think. Coming up, Farmer Luke is single and he's showing you full bush. Sorry, no, all of his bush. That also doesn't work. No, he's showing you all the bush around his place. Also, a MAFS star, a rapper from this season. Who could it be? Plus technical issues. We're live.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the MAFS together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko and TMD is my middle name. I'm so sorry that I am 20 minutes late. If you are watching this live and not on catch up, that is absolutely my fault. I'm so sorry. As you can see, we're rebuilding a lot of things and I do test as much as I can, but you know, sometimes a sneaky little thing just pops up out of nowhere and you go, oh, why didn't you have internet today? That's so weird. Welcome to the weekly cult meeting, and don't worry, when MAFS is done, this stream will be at an appropriate time for all across the world-ish, okay? All right, I'm going to get into the chat in just a second. Remember, we have your Memo Me's on the way. Oh, yeah, the back screen works now. That's good. We've got your Memo Me's on the way. And also we're going to open the SAS line. That is the number on WhatsApp. If you want to shoot me a message, you can right now. 0494 371 398. That is the number. You can shoot me a little message on WhatsApp. I tell you what, I've got some really great Memo Me's. People have had some thoughts and some feelings, and I love when you send them through. Firstly, before we get into the chitty chat, I've got to talk about after the dinner party. So David, the big fish, was on after the dinner. He was on the couch. We've got a picture of him here. Yeah, look at this. There it is. Look at things are working. And as always, there's more context given with the unseen moments. I mean, this show is basically just unseen moments. Also, how David and Alissa are where they are right now. This footage shows Alissa talking about how ambitious she is and that she's seen the world. She's built her house. She has built her brand.
Amazing sponsorships. I've done it all. I've got it all.
Did you hear about the amazing sponsorships? I certainly have. I love that just in the show she's talking about amazing sponsorships. It's just so gross. Like when you're talking about your life, like as someone who has sold his soul a long time ago to all brands, selling his content for cash, anybody got $1? I would never talk about sponsorships. Like, not what I'm talking about, like what I've built in my life. That's icky and weird. Alissa, stop it. She then says she knows David works hard, but it would be better if he if he earned a little more.
This lavish lifestyle that I want to live and that he wants to live, are we going to be able to afford it? Obviously, you know, he's still renting. He might drive a car that he might own, but where are your assets?
His assets are his huge black pecs. They're gorgeous, okay? He says he has no idea where she got the idea that he doesn't have enough assets for her. She also has never seen his bank balance, even though apparently he offered to show her. She refused. So to talk about him not providing enough is really off for her. Also, he doesn't really, honestly. I understand, if he was a bum who didn't work and made terrible financial decisions, blah, blah, sure, that would be something that you'd be really worried about. But clearly he looks like he works hard and he seems like a good person, so who the fuck cares? I think you're just trying to find any reason not to be with him. Am I close? I know that money makes life less stressful to a point, but that shouldn't be the reason to be with him, you know, not because of the assets. What about these assets that he's got, you know? You love it, don't you? Okay, now we've also got an unseen moment from the retreat that they gift us with, and it's where we get to see a little bit more of the real Alissa.
Fuck you. I fucking solve every fucking problem.
I could have solved it easily.
It's
on me like that. That's disrespectful.
Yes, we finally get to see how she really is in this relationship. And the whole time he was talking calmly to her and trying to reason with her. But what could all of this be about? Because, what is it? What's the problem here?
Do you want to see bright light? There is no blind.
I can't sleep in here. No, in the bin. This is so annoying.
if anyone knows annoying. So they just leave. Like, put a soft shirt over your eyes or get an eye mask. Don't tell me that someone doesn't have an eye mask in the pack of love lab rats in the maze. I love sleeping in pure darkness too, just like my soul. So I make sure I'm prepared for these things with a fucking eye mask. And they paired her with this guy who just seemingly takes it all in his stride. David says this was the worst that she was. He doesn't even kick her more when she's down, which is like really respectful. He could clearly pop off over this, but he's not. The big fish thinks the booty wants conflict all the time. And I agree. She wants there to be more of like a toxic back and forth with this bullshit. All right, before we get to Denaconda, who is also super chat on the chitty chat. Thank you very much for a super chat that I saw come through. Vintage Kerry, thank you very much for your super chat. Hello, everyone. Vintage Kerry, big fan of the channel and also a Sweet Baby Angel member. And speaking of Sweet Baby Angel members, Brooke celebrating 11 months as a member. I don't know if that's entirely true, Brooke. I feel like it's longer. Brooke said, "Hi, Wilko. I hope you have a nice weekend. Had a nice week. That is all." I did until like 5 minutes ago, and then nothing worked on the computer. Assets, well, here's a big fish. Something about Adelaide coming 2026. Oh, okay. No, I get it now. What else are we talking about? Alissa's only here for the free advertising. That could be true. And in the bin. Yeah, is she? Do you think she's a fan of the channel? Do you think that's why she mentioned it? And Susan has said, "Run, David, run!" We'll get to more of your socials very, very soon. All right, let's talk about the Danaconda. He's also on the couch to try and explain why he said the whole thing. You know, the whole thing that he was talking about, like he would be a little bitch if he moved in with Beck conversation. He says that he used the wrong words and it has nothing to do with Beck having the assets. I love that assets are now a big chat. It's a big chat in the Love Lab Rat Maze. But maybe it's all a bit of ego for him and it's just how he feels. He then comes for Gia for never showing up to this show. But he's there time and time again to take the heat. Again, I don't know if it's a compliment. It is weird that Gia doesn't show up on any of these things. Beck is also on the couch and Beck has been going around town saying that her and Danny are still together. But then watching them on the couch, I don't know if that's entirely true. There is some more unseen footage just after the homestay little ding-dong. You know, just a tiny, barely a fight ding-dong that they had over his inability to be more serious for more than 2 minutes. First, they are seen hugging and trying to talk it out after the little blow-up where she walks away and says that she's done. And then they kind of think that the cameras are not filming them, I assume.
It's fine, they'll cut around it. I'm more worried about what's on camera.
Bobby, I need a hotel tonight. I'm not fucking saying that. You can't speak to her when she's like this. You can't talk to her ever. And I'm fucked here now. Fucked.
It's wild watching Beck watch Danny. Like, she gets to see the Danny that we've been seeing all season in his little confessionals, saying how he really feels about the baggage. Firstly, Beck, how do you know what they will and won't cut around in the show? That's a really weird thing to say. I want to speak to Bobby, the producer. Bobby, come and talk to me. Imagine if I had her here. And that was the reason I was late. I was waiting for Bobby. And Danny, you hate it so much that you needed to leave to go to a hotel. How can you be in this couple that is apparently the strongest couple and also want to leave immediately? Make it make sense. Baggage is pissed at how he has a mask on for her and then it slips in the confessional so often. They also have some unseen footage where Beck is apologising the next day, saying that she shouldn't have gotten angry, and then he kind of forgives her. Like, he says, like, she's like, "Do you forgive me?" He's like, yeah, I said yeah. Feels very certain, doesn't it?
She was like that in her own home. So it's definitely a major, major red flag for me. And for her to kick off over something so irrelevant and just make me feel all alone in Adelaide. No, that sounds a bit like I'm a bit of a bitch almost, like...
Oh, God, he's so worried about being a little bitch. And the more he talks about it, the more he sounds like a little bitch. So he accepts her apology on camera, and then on camera without her, he says how he really feels Tell me they're still together. Please tell me they're still together, because that makes the drive home even more awkward. But also, Beck does say that this high-pressure environment, this is what makes her act like not herself. But it's just the environment that makes her act like this. Danny says he wasn't honest to Beck. He wasn't dishonest to Beck, sorry, but you kind of were. Every time you talk shit about her behind her back and then to her face, you're like, no, it's all good, Bonnie and Clyde. Hashtag. You meant to put the hashtag before. I think you are being dishonest the entire time. And apparently that's where we leave it. Nothing is resolved on this show. Not on MAFS and not on After the Dinner Party. The gays are also there and they demanded not to be interviewed together, which I love. I absolutely love it. Look at the cowboy here with a fresh spray tan. He's made so much change in his life, apparently, taking accountability for what we have seen on the show. And not just with Sam on the couch. Maybe he thinks... It's so weird that he doesn't want Sam there, and Sam also doesn't want to be there with him. I think Chris doesn't want him there because maybe he thinks Sam's going to bring another journal. Apparently, he also doesn't want to be on the couch with Gia because he doesn't want to be influenced by anyone else. But are they still friends?
Their friendship's a little different now. She lives in Melbourne. She's got a new partner. We haven't seen each other.
But are you friends?
Yeah, I would call it a friendship, yeah. I think our lives have just gone a little bit separate. I'm not saying that I don't like her.
Okay. He says that nothing happened. They just sort of drifted apart, but they're still friends. They spoke on the phone that morning, and the host kind of come for him a little bit, saying that he's publicly distancing himself from the G-banger, but it's just for optics. And clearly, I went through Gia's. I tell you what a ride. This is not me promoting it whatsoever. I don't think you need to. But I went through Gia's TikTok. And I'm all the stupider for it because now I don't even know if stupid is a word. I'm all the more stupid for it. There's so go and have a look. I know I shouldn't be promoting it, but go and have a look. I don't want to give her more views, but every time you click on something in the last 10 posts, Chris is the top comment there. He's the top comment. Talking about how she's fire or love this or why wasn't I there? They also have some little unseen footage of Sam talking shit about the cowboy, about how he didn't try and all and that he doesn't even know what gaslighting means. This bit I love because it lets us in a little bit more to, Sam and how maybe he's not necessarily a sweet baby angel.
How have you lost feelings for me? All I did was call you out for your shit. Fucking bullshit, man. I literally think he doesn't reflect at all. And if I asked him for the meaning of gaslighting, he still wouldn't have Googled it. He still would not know. It reflects about as much as a black wall.
To which Chris says, how much more reflecting do you want? Sam is called bitchy for how he speaks, which he is. And I wish we got to see more of that side. You know what I mean? I think I would have maybe connected with him a little bit more than just having him be a Mr. Darcy sort of Australian version. Chris could do little to mend it for Sam. That's what everyone agrees on, that there's really nothing that he could do. But also, what else went on? It couldn't have just been from this one argument that everything spiraled and fell apart. What are we not seeing? Does Chris just think that Sam's boring? Maybe he's not bitchy enough. Maybe because it was the friends, he wanted to be friends with Gia and Sam didn't want to be friends. Or maybe that Sam's just a bad lay. We haven't heard anything else about their sex life since the Hickey incident, right? I'm not saying that they need to talk about, but still. There's also some really bad stuff, again, from Chris and Gia talking about Sam.
You can't handle me, fuck off.
I mean, I'm not worried about my bestie. He's going to be flooded with all the sexy farmer boys. I'm sorry, Sam, you're not going to get many GMs, but Chris will, so...
Well, I don't know about that. I just don't know. You don't come off well, cowboy. I'm not saying that Sam really lost me, and I'm going to get to your social comments in just a second. So put up some thoughts about Sam. Quickly, go for it. While I quickly tell you about Chris and this farmhouse. Apparently you can stay at it. He's got it up on Airbnb. From what Chatter could find out, he actually is the host, the Airbnb host. But it's interesting to me. It is very, very interesting to me that like it looks like he has multiple properties, and people were questioning if this was his real farm and like who looks after the animals when he's not there. People have a lot of questions. So Cowboy Chris, you've got my number. It's up on the screen. You can... Oh, God, I read something and I thought Beck sent me a message. Guys, hopefully we're going to have some chat on the SAS line a little bit later on. Let's get to the socials and find out what you're thinking about Sam. Sam doesn't own a farm, lol. His boots are too clean. Did I say Sam? I mean, Chris. Chris. Yeah, I listen, that whole soldier... So, look, the so dramatic stuff weirds me out because... it feels liable, some of the stuff that, well, not some of the stuff, all the stuff they say. And I decided not to delve into that because it just feels weird. Agree, who was looking after the animals? And also a super chat. Super chat. Thank you to Little Miss Enigma for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Is rather Wikipedia over 20 minutes. 20 minutes, then watch the Commit Me ceremony. Okay, right. Little Miss Enigma, would you rather me for 20 minutes being 20 minutes late? Is that what you're saying? Either way, I'll take it. Yeah, we talked about Gia as well. They're just not compatible. Why Gia is getting involved? Well, Zoe, you know why Gia is getting involved. Because it's weird that she's getting involved, I know, because she's a mum and she doesn't have time for the drama. But she kind of does have time. Sam is with Danny as well, and they're doing their little piece to camera after the last dinner party. And if you're wondering what was on the menu, so you know how there was a great makeup meal? So he got the flowers, he got the card. He was really making it up to him. You know, he could have tried a little bit harder and maybe he wouldn't have copped the journal. And you might be wondering what that makeup meal was that Chris cooked for Sam.
Spaghetti bolognese. It was pretty trash, to be honest. And spaghetti's like the easiest meal. Even I can cook that and not fuck it up. All you've got to do is a runny, watery spag bowl and a shitboat of flowers. That's all you've got to do.
The cowboy does own his shit behaviour, though. He's not defending it at all, which I think... at least that's good. Like, he's not blaming the edit. He's saying what we saw. So I guess that's kind of good. Sam is also there, but obviously not with the cowboy. He says they can't be in the same room because of the unseen footage that we saw last week about how he and Gia were really coming for him. But also, you've been a little bit bitchy, Spin Cycle boys, so not even close to the level of the cowboy, but still. He also did get a text apology from Chris after that last episode and left him on red because he doesn't even see a friendship there with Chris, so what's the point? But someone is out there for this Aussie Mr. Darcy who loves to pedal on a stationary bike and also...
who loves a journal? Somebody loves it. Somebody maybe.
Oh, somebody is out there. Somebody who loves a journal. Dom from season 9 and Jamie from season 12 also popped in, I guess, to fill Gia's spot because apparently Gia was meant to be there and then she wasn't. So maybe it was a last-minute call-up. And we don't have time to go down the memory lane, but I did find little bits and pieces interesting. Beck reached out to Jamie while they were filming to get her on side. And after filming, Gia bailed up Dominica. And apparently she said that she had her own Olivia, who I call Oblivia, referring to Beck. There's also some more unseen footage, and it'd be really great to just like show this unseen footage, or at least a portion of it in the fucking show, to give us more context on who these people are. It's a recording of Beck, and she's talking about the G-banger. And I mean, this is one of my favourite unseen footage bits ever.
Gia, she thought I was her friend. I purposely went out yesterday with her. Stupid fucking bitch. She's so dumb. Wow. I'm so smart. She thinks she's smart, babe. I'm smarter than you. She's as fake as her fucking nose and her tits and her ass, mate. Fuck off.
And you went to her birthday. I mean, what does that make you? You said all this shit about her and then you went to her birthday. This is fucking unhinged. Like, who does that? That's deluded. If you don't like someone, you just don't hang out with them. I just don't understand it. There's heaps of people I don't like. They don't hang out with me and I don't hang out with them. It's pretty simple. And all this time this season, I was sitting here saying that Beck wasn't as calculated as Gia, because she's just been driven by the insecurities deep in her. Turns out, no, I was wrong about something else too. All right, let's get to some of your comments. It's crazy, Zoe. Honestly, I don't even know what to think of these people anymore. It's absolutely unhinged. Here we go. I could never be that obsessed with someone I hate. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I just don't understand it. Beck is off the charts mad. Ken, sweet baby angel, Ken, thank you for being a member. Beck must see G-Banger as her own MAFS watch. Oh, yeah, we're all looking for people. I guess so. That's actually pretty smart. Yeah. And MAFS fan, absolutely. You can't trust anyone on this show. Literally no one. Okay. Oh, what do I have to tell you? Oh, I've got some other stuff. Guys, you're going to love this. Ooh. Today, I just was, digging around the socials and I saw that Farmer Luke has got his socials back. He has done for a couple of days now and he's been putting up some content. And I thought that I would make just a little montage of the content and put some rocky music behind it. And you're welcome.
Hey guys, how you going? Come spend the day with a recent divorcee.
Sure, honey.
Gotta get the carbs in early. Come on! I reckon it's harder to cut through the tension at a dinner party than it is to cut through one of these logs. I'd really love to stay with you guys a bit longer, but I've got some rings to go find. I had fun yesterday, so I'm gonna take you on another day on the farm with me. Let's go. Say everyone from the MAFS cast is a different tool. Who would the chainsaw be? Good morning, beautiful people. Come with me. Alright, time to tuck in if I must. Have a good one.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed because it's like he had fun just showing you guys around the farm. So he did it again and again and again. There's a number of videos. Again, you can go and look at them. I just obviously picked some of my favorite bits. Sure, he happened to be shirtless for some of them. But that's not my fault. He's shirtless in most of the videos. So don't come for me for that. It's not how, it's just not, I didn't, it was also a little bit weird today with my boyfriend, just before he took the dogs for a walk, bobbed his head in, and I was just watching what looked to be softcore porn. Oh, speaking of softcore porn, Tyson has to make it clear that he's not gay once more. Just remember Tyson, the MAGA man. He was on the show for 5 seconds. He wanted submissive bride. I'm so sorry to everybody who said that they didn't want me to say submissive anymore. But him being the big alpha dog dominant that he is, I can't find it. If anyone could find it, send it to me because I would love to see it, even though, again, I don't love AI content, but I just want to see how convincing it was because apparently Tyson's mum saw this video of him kissing a bloke and it turns out it's not real. It's not. It's just he posed with the real photo on his socials is just him with one of his mates and they're shirtless, which is not gay. And it turns out that he, well, you have to do your research for your info, STO. Oh, that's true. I thought you were talking about Tyson. Yeah, so the AI video had them kiss, but they were just shirtless together, which, just because you're shirtless with another man, that's not gay. Okay, just in case you were wondering. There's also some claims that Danny is messaging other women. And if you heard me earlier, Beck has actually also claimed that she's still with him. So it's very interesting. The cast have been out and about. Rachel and Alissa were out at the club and clearly just a couple of skinny bitches deep when they were bailed up and they were asked about Brooke. Remember her? The bee from the GC, and they had some thoughts.
I was going to say what's your thoughts on Brooke, but that's probably bad.
Oh, no, we have a lot to say.
Okay, go.
What did you say? Look, I think Brooke would have handled herself a lot better, and I think blaming the producers is a little bit. And I just got one message: leave my alone. Look, you're not a Girl Scout, Brooke. Yeah, you're not a Girl Scout. Right.
Oh my God. Raha is fucking shit-faced. Mate. Rachel, absolutely fucking blotto, talking to people on socials about how much you hate Brooke. I love it. It's it's not smart, but I absolutely love it. Now, there's a crazy rumor And it's even crazier than Tyson being gay. Like if someone said to me, I've slept with Tyson and it was a man and they came out, I'd be like, sure. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't surprise me. Again, Tyson, I have nothing against you being straight or gay or bi or curious or dabble or dip in your weekend, whatever. But I did find this very interesting. Apparently, one of the cast members from this season is a rapper. It's G-Banger. Her rap name isn't G-Banger, which feels like a loss. You know what I mean? Like that's a rookie error. Her rapper name is apparently Goldie Volpe. I hope I'm saying that right. And I can't play the whole song for you, but people are claiming that this is Gia / Cassandra / Goldie Volpe.
It's Goldie Volpe, handcuff your ass, we can role play your own nigga, I ain't got all day.
I don't know. Like, if that's true, I would absolutely love it. I would absolutely love it. But I just don't know. Like, there was a bit of it at the start that made me think maybe, like, here's the start bit. You know what I mean? Like, gotta give it to me. Like, it sounds a little bit like her, but like the American rapper voice, I'm just not buying that whatsoever. All right, let's get to some super chats.
Super chat.
And then to your Memo Me's. This episode has been absolutely unhinged. Thank you to Kuba Booba 548. This season was a rough watch. You carried me. So much gaslighting, expert approval. We call them experts here. Shifty turnarounds, the receipts. I don't think I had a favorite this season. Maybe Tyson. He was funny and he didn't know it. Oh, I love that. Who's telling someone not to cry? What's going on here in the chat? Please don't cry. Who are we talking about here? Okay, let's get to some Memo Me's. Let's do it. Memo Me, baby. Memo Me. Oh my goodness. Got so many Memo Me's to get through. Who do we even start with? Let's start with Zara, shall we? Hello, Zara.
Hi, Wilko. So, Beck calling her argument with Danny a ding-dong works so well because I think Danny's about to play a good old-fashioned game of ding-dong ditch with Beck. Overall, this season's casting atrocious. Now, a friend of mine is actually an expert on MAFS in Europe. I think I watch him on Dutch MAFS the most.
Oh, yeah.
His name is Patrick Van Veen, and he's a well-respected behavioural expert on humans as well as other primates, like actual science. And yeah, I get serious whiplash with how different Dutch MAFS is from MAFS AU. Anywho, love your work, and I'll see you at the next Scotch Finger Bang Club meeting. Remember, the first rule of Scotch Finger Bang Club is there is no Scotch Finger Bang Club. Try saying that 10 times.
Thank you for the Memo Me. Oh, that's funny. Scotch Finger Bang Club. And congratulations to the winners, by the way, who in the last Commit Me were drawn out. We've also got Antonia, who sent through her Memo Me.
Hi, Wilko and Sweet Baby Angels. Is Antonia from the US. So this week was kind of more of the same, in my opinion, with, of course, Gia trying to get her 5 minutes or whatever and keep saying, it's never about me. It's never about our relationship. She kind of reminds me of Jan from the Brady Bunch at this point. And girl, I've learned way too much about you, and I don't want to learn anymore. No offense. And I actually really liked Scott's house. I thought it was great. It was by the water. It was pretty spacious. But yeah, it was a bachelor pad. But, you know, they said that they were going to look for a house together. They even said it on the couch. So I don't know why Gia was pointing out things. But then the whole thing of Gia saying that's a woman thing, you know, to find problems. And I'm like, no. I'm a woman and I don't do that. I'm a lot like Scott, where I try to find nice things to say, even if it's just like, that's a really nice lamp. The floors are nicely vacuumed. These doors actually work. Anything nice to say. And with Beck and Danny, I'm done. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster and they just will not let me get off. And I'm so glad this is almost the end because I'm really tired of their bickering and then pretending to be stronger than ever. and then Danny putting his foot in his mouth like he always does with the whole thing about the house, and he'll feel like a B if he doesn't get the house or whatever. And I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that, you would go more towards whoever had the bigger house or more financially stable or with, better mortgage, whatever. And or you could just be like Scott and Gia and just get another house. But yeah, here we are. And then I was kind of disappointed with some of the men all doubling down with, we want to be the providers. And then of course, Philip giving me the ick saying females that, females feel more secure with, the males providing. Okay, whatever. And yeah, it was really sad to hear about Mel. I was pretty upset when I heard the news, and I was in shock for most of it, but I thought everyone did a really good job about doing all the tributes to her. And I really loved yours, Wilko, because I agree that she's going to be wearing a very vibrant outfit wherever she is and lighting up a room with her smile, and I'm really going to miss her. But yeah, that's what I thought about this week. Can't wait to hear yours. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you, Antonia. Oh, the Memo Me's. They're coming through. Cowboys in Love. Cowboys in Love. This is a long one. It's a long one, so prepare for it.
Hi, Wilko.
Oh.
I started watching MAFS this season, so 2026, Australia, and I was really confused.
Welcome to the club.
The couples all seemed really distant, like there was no closeness. It's really strange dynamics. And so I've been watching your Rehashed of MAFS UK 2025, and I'm starting to understand the MAFS atmosphere or planet universe now a bit more, and I can see how it's just grown into this awful beast of a thing.
Yes.
It gives me does it give you MasterChef vibes? There's three, the judges, and it's kind of like that same sort of warehouse lighting.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it's instead of bringing recipes, the couple sit down on the couch and bring their, relationship. And I'm really frustrated because I feel like this is a really cool platform to talk about what is healthy and how we can grow, and that relationships are hard and they are difficult.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean it's bad. And I feel like you would get heaps of trash, mess and drama even if you were pointing people towards health, and some people really can't help themselves. Anyway, so there'll always be trash, mess and drama, but the first season of Too Hot to Handle was beautiful. They were taking people out and doing things and pushing them out of their comfort zones, and you were seeing these people sort of start to change a little bit. So I know the experts are there for that reason, but they're not really asking people to talk about what they love and what they hate. That's not really a growth exercise, right?
What?
I'm just really disappointed
How dare
that
you question the
it's turned
science?
into this awful, pure drama, and there's no real, having a conversation about, how we can get better in relationships, because, and that's why I really appreciate listening to you, because I know that you will call out bad behavior. You have you clearly see what's going on, and you talk about it. And so I couldn't watch MAFS on its own because I get so frustrated if there's no one there and be like, what? So yeah, and you've become my safe space as well. I love listening to you.
So
it makes
sweet.
me feel really good. I hang out with you all the time. The version of you on YouTube. So I just want to say thank you for that.
You are welcome.
You created a really nice space. And I'm so glad that I can watch with you. And and I fully support you. If you want to move away from MAFS, I would listen to you talk about anything, because you have the perfect balance of trash, mess and drama, and like, you know, really good, responsible, intelligent advice about relationships and just the world in general. So thank you, Wilko. I'm your number one sweet baby angel.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you so
forever.
much. That's sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Cowboys in Love for sending through the Memo Me. We've got one more Memo Me and then a quick little call, and then I'm going to let you know exactly what's coming up this week on MAFS and why it's going to be a week that you just cannot miss. We also have Kane, who sent one through last week and is back again with a Memo Me.
Hi Wilko, it's Kane from Uganda. Gosh, what a dumpster fire of a week. Very sad news about Mel.
Yeah, it's so
and
awful.
You made a lovely tribute.
54, so
and
young.
all the fans and everything on the socials. That was quite moving to see. As for these love lab rats, I'm just tired of all of them, with the exception of Stella and Philip. And maybe Rachel and Stephen. Just throw everyone else in the bin. Oh, except David. Alissa, I'm just done. Gia and Beck are, I don't know who is worse. Beck and her insecurities, desperate to show that she's so perfect. But I think deep down she knows Danaconda is not into her.
No.
Gia, the biggest hypocrite, you know, just thinks that she's above all the drama, yet she's the source of the drama. It's just sickening. One of the interesting things that I saw on YouTube was an interview with Ines. Remember Ines? Even she was shocked by how toxic the behavior was on this season, and yet she was the villain of her season. So things are quite bad. Anyway, love the show, love what you're doing, and bring on the finale.
Thank you very much, Kane. All right, MAFS fan 365 wants to have a little chitty chat. So we're going to do that as our last thing before I let you know the mess that we've got looking forward to the week that is coming. Oh God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's going to be, look, the bits and pieces that I've heard from some sources that I have, it's actually going to be really, really great. So before we wrap up, let's do a little sass line chat with MAFS fan 365. Hello, MAFS fan.
Hello, Wilko, and hello, everyone watching. I'm glad to be on here.
Oh, straight into it. Straight into it. You've got some thoughts. You did send me a message saying you had some thoughts. Was it about Alissa?
Yes, about Alissa and about the producers of the show, actually. I thought that they've kind of shot them. If anyone's seen After the Dinner Party or the clips from it, if you were here earlier in the live stream where Wilko showed that, as everyone's seen, Alissa, I think she's gotten a pretty good edit, to be honest.
She's got a great edit. I think she got buried because of all the other insanity. You know what I mean? Because the producers were trying so hard to manufacture drama that we could have just had good drama from Alissa. We would have been mad at her the whole time.
I agree. I think they've shot themselves in the foot with the After the Dinner Party because it kind of revealed their own manipulation in a way, which I thought was interesting. And I think the reason they've given her such a good edit is because they wanted us to feel bad for her with, you know, how she was being bullied by Brooke earlier on and how Beck's been coming at her and the absolutely vile text messages that Beck sent to others in the experiment, all of that trash mess and drama that's been happening throughout the season. That, to be fair, yes, I do feel bad about that happening to Alissa, but I think that they've given her a really good edit as a whole. And also, just before I get going, I would like to take a moment, of course, to just have a bit of reflection on what happened with Mel. It's a very unfortunate situation. Obviously, rest in peace to Mel Schilling. Best of wishes to her family and best of wishes to anyone struggling because of it. Thank you for having me on here.
You're
welcome.
I
will, I guess, see you all in the next live stream. Thank you.
Thank you, MAFS fan 365. So concise. Didn't have to do anything. I just had to sit here. What a fun ride. It was so sad. I did my own little tribute. I put something really quick together. A lot of people have been sending me things saying, doing a tribute to all of her outfits, which always got my attention. If you've ever watched Rehashed, you would know that they always got my attention. And that is something that I would definitely like to do before the end of the season. It's just like combing through the episodes. But if there are timestamps on episodes that you want to send me, you can email them to me anytime, and that is also great. All right, before we go, I've got some things to tell you about what we're about to watch this week. Coming up on MAFS, a Commit Me, where we will finally get some truth spilling about the apparent strongest couples. Plus, Final Test Week is back. Oh my goodness. Remember last season where they set them up on dates with their other scientific matches? Well, it's going to happen again this week, which is going to be really messy. Also, I don't know if this is true, but oh God, I hope it's true. Manifest it with me. Apparently, unlike last season where they were given the option if they wanted to go and meet this other scientific match, apparently this time they're being forced to spend time with the other match. What I do know is that from friends of mine inside at Channel 9 say that this is a must-watch week. Like, this is the week, because the last couple of weeks, it's just been the narrative's been all over the shop, but apparently they're going to find out a lot of stuff this week, and it's going to really show people's true colours. So I am
Super chat.
stoked. I am so stoked to see that. Thank you to the super chat from Deb. Deb said we do need to do a tribute to Mel's MAFS fashion outfits. Deb, I would love to get onto that if only I had time. I'm really going to try. Daniel said my missus only got me onto this clusterfuck because of your... because of me, can I give a shout out to Kate and Bungie? Kate and Bungie. There is the shout out to Kate and Bungie. I'm so sorry, Daniel. I'm so sorry. But shout out to Kate and Bungie. I'm sorry to Daniel though. Hey, sorry I was a little bit late. If you're on the east coast of Australia, MAFS is about to start for you. Thank you to everybody who sent Memo Me. Thank you to everybody who donated. It is going to be a big week. You're going to get episodes for every single episode this week, given how much trash, mess, and drama apparently is coming. So you'll get one tomorrow, right through until Thursday. So 4 episodes this week. I hope they're going to drop for it. I think they will. Well, I guess we'll see. Unless they delay the dinner party till next week, because we're so close to final vows. Before I go, I must say the words, but you left.
You left.